Thank you for the time this afternoon. I just want to talk to you about some of the things that are coming in the political fray about big society or Labour's view, let's say the good society, and how post-credit crunch and cuts, we're now going to really have to start pulling together, and apparently we're all in this together, and we've got the social resources to cope with what's coming. What are your thoughts in terms of how real people are responding to the budget news and how it's going to impact how comfortable and confident we feel and whether we can cope with it?
Yeah, I'm not at all convinced by the politicians about big politics, inclusive politics, and this whole process of inclusion in any way at all. I think that there are an enormous number of people employed by the government in public and civil service who obviously are in the business of creating a society for us under some kind of idea of a political mandate. I don't think that touches people properly.
Yeah.
I think there's a health service which is amazing, and there's a massive investment, and it seems to be that there's a lot of cuddling up to people, because that health really does affect the older people, because they're the ones that are affected. And if there is a very good health system, of course, that's very, very secure ground to gain votes. I think the younger people are disenfranchised. I think Vince Cable, for example, I'm shocked by Vince Cable. He wags his finger about banks and tells everybody what the bank should have done, and tries to curtail all sorts of, or make a new negotiation and settlement, but turns around on young people and insists they have to pay more money for education.
Right.
Now, I understand.
It feels like a bit of a disconnect there, but
Yeah.
in terms of sort of dealing with the austerity, I mean, the decade of austerity, as Bank of England are now saying, do you think we have the social resources outside politics, just in our communities, and is that sort of undervalued? Are we not making the most of that, perhaps?
I think that there is enormous spirit in community, and I think if people have less money, they have a very different attitude to who they are and the context, the social context they exist in. And I think there's a lot more joined together and becoming involved in projects and with people on a completely different level. Absolutely, I think that's true. But I don't think that's led by the politicians. I think that's led because people have just chosen a different way.
Fantastic. That's exactly what we seem to be seeing, certainly in the online space and face-to-face.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your views. That's great.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.